As we have been reporting here, Catholic leaders are gathering this week at the Vatican for a summit on church sex abuse. To illustrate the scope of this problem, in December, Illinois' Attorney General reported church officials there withheld the names of at least 500 clergy accused of abuse. The Chicago Archdiocese is responding. In tonight's Eye on America report, Nikki Battiste gets a rare look at a program that teaches young students how to spot potential abusers.
Good morning, Northside Catholic Academy Primary Campus. Let's all get settled in our classrooms for today's prayers and announcements.
It's not a typical school day for this third grade class.
If you can just close your books, let's go on over to the rug.
They're sitting down to take sexual abuse prevention training run by the Archdiocese of Chicago for all kindergarten through 12th grade Catholic school students.
God gave us all this really awesome little voice inside of our heads and inside of our hearts. This voice can tell us when something's exciting, but it can also tell us when things seem a little maybe unsafe and not so comfortable.
But it's not just in school, all right? It's anywhere you feel uncomfortable.
Myra Flores trains teachers like Meredith Flynn to carefully use age-appropriate language with students on how to detect, resist, and report sexual abuse.
What should we do when we hear that voice and we know I am not okay with this? Jack?
Listen to it.
Listen to it.
Tell an adult.
Tell an adult and walk away and say no.
Do you ever worry that these children are too young to be learning about a topic like this?
It's not that they're too young. I think that's what perpetrators are counting on, that we adults are uncomfortable with it. We say, oh, we want to protect their innocence. Well, this is a way of protecting their innocence.
Even though you guys are kids, it's okay for you to say no.
Do you think in third grade your students understand their body and what's appropriate and what isn't?
I think they do. We talk about our private body parts and anything that is covered by a swimsuit and knowing that that's for them alone.
What if it's an adult that we really have always kind of respected, but they're asking us to do something that we're really feeling unsafe about? Is it still okay for us to say no?
Yes.
We live in a dangerous world and kids are precious to us.
Cardinal Blaise Cupich is the Archbishop of Chicago.
Why has it been so important for the Chicago Archdiocese to provide sexual abuse prevention training to kids?
We feel that it's important to protect them, but we also have to admit that we do so within a backdrop where children have been injured. Since we put in those safe environment programs back in 1992, the incidences of abuse have dropped dramatically.
Those prevention programs were put into place after nearly 24 Chicago priests were credibly accused. Now the Cardinal has been tapped by Pope Francis to head a high-stakes meeting at the Vatican this week during an unprecedented global meeting of bishops.
The days are organized over 3 themes: responsibility, accountability, and transparency.
I think a lot of victim survivors that we've spoken with, they hear transparency, they hear accountability, and they just don't believe they're going to see it.
Yeah.
So much time has passed. This is such a huge problem.
Yes, and I can understand that frustration. I'm frustrated too by it. This is a watershed moment. It's a moment in which I think there is going to be dramatic change in the way we handle these cases.
Back at Northside.
Do you feel safer now that you've learned this?
Yeah.
Now I feel a lot safer, so if I'm in a situation where I don't feel comfortable, now I know what to do.
Dear God, when I am confused or feel scared,
A rite of passage for a new generation.
help me remember what I have learned today. In the Father,
Nikki Battiste, CBS News, Chicago.
Amen.